Hello and welcome. I hope that you are all doing well. Thank you so much for joining me here today as we're quickly approaching the end of September. So I will be having a couple more videos in the next few days than I normally do, because we still have a few books to talk about. Today's book is the book that I read to fulfill the prompt to read a retelling. And I read My Salty Mary by Cynthia Hand, Brodi Ashton, and Jody Meadows. And this is the same trio of authors who brought us the Lady Janie books, and this is the final book of the Mary series. If you're familiar with their books, they take historical women, soften their stories a little, and make them lighthearted. And this is definitely true for My Salty Mary. The historical figure in this book is a British pirate from the 17th century, Mary Read. But in this retelling, they have combined Mary Read with the character the Little Mermaid. After her plans to marry a prince fall apart, Mary swears off love and decides to pursue her dream of becoming a pirate. Women aren't allowed on most ships, let alone allowed to be pirates. But Mary finds her way onto a ship and becomes a valued member of the pirate crew. Another pirate realizes that she's not a man, and he helps her to hide the fact that she is a woman. But when Blackbeard dies, Mary has an opportunity to become the pirate king and make piracy a possibility for not only herself, but for any woman who wishes to pursue this career. Other characters you meet in the story are Anne Bonny, another woman, an actual historical figure who wants to be a pirate, Jack, who is Mary's cousin and childhood best friend, and Tobias, who is the son of Blackbeard and has become a friend and an ally to Mary. This book is a perfectly fun read, and I love the way the authors combine these two characters who are very different, and I imagine it was a difficult thing to do. My non-reading prompt was to photograph something that's in the book. Since the book is set on water, the sea, I decided to photograph the natural water that is near my house, a river. And here's the photo. So there's some trees and then the river meandering through. On to the books that you can read for a similar experience. I have two series for you to consider. First up, if you have read the Mary series that started with My Contrary Mary, you should go back and read the Lady Janie series if you haven't already. My Lady Jane is the first book of the series and is closely related to My Contrary Mary. I think you'll enjoy this book. Of the books in the two series, those two books seem to be the most similar. The Lady Janie series is basically the same idea as Mary series, but with historical Janes instead of Marys. For the Jane books, my favorite was My Plain Jane. We'll focus on My Lady Jane, which is the story of Lady Jane Grey. She is more interested in books than in romance. Her cousin Edward is the King of England, and he has plans for her. He has arranged a marriage for Jane. She is to marry Gifford, also called G, who she has never met. Gifford is an Ethian, which basically means he becomes a steed from dawn till dusk, and then he turns back into a human. But Edward, Jane, and G are drawn into a conspiracy, and the fate of England is at stake. Our other book is from the Montague Siblings series, and the first book in that series is The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue. We're going to talk about The Nobleman's Guide to Scandal and Shipwrecks, which is the third book of the series, and this series is written by Mackenzie. Adrian is the only heir to his father's estate. He's a political writer who is engaged to a political activist. She challenges and inspires him. But Adrian has debilitating anxiety and a fear that it might interfere with all that he hopes to accomplish. What he doesn't know is that he is about to uncover a family secret which will help him discover the strength within himself and strength from friends. And there we are. I hope you enjoyed this look at My Salty Mary and other books to read for a similar experience. We are going to be back again very soon, and I think next time around we will talk about The Drawing of the Three, which is the second of the Black Tower series books, and we'll just talk about an overview of the series, at least the first two books of the series, and a little bit about this book as well. I hope you will join me then, and until then, I hope that you enjoy all that you do and all that you read. And thank you.